So this is a strange theory of mine, one I hope will never be answered, but it was something I've been thinking about for a few years now. So we all know that the first civilization guided us, well, better to say Desmond Miles and his ancestors. They looked to time and began to speak, and carefully calculated the path so that Desmond Miles will find the Grand Temple and enter it. So what if I told you, and this is just speculation of course, it's not confirmed. It's just in theory. The Great Purge sort of was created by Minerva and the first civilization. But why and how did they do that? And why do I come up with such a strange, weird, insane theory? Well, they needed to send Desmond Miles to the Grand Temple, and it could not just be any Desmond. No, because they needed a person with a certain high percentage of first civilization DNA. They looked to time and found their person. But the only thing now was to send this person, aka Desmond, into the direction they wanted to. So they carefully spread messages across time for Desmond to find, but why try to wipe out the Mother Brotherhood? That's a good question. Desmond Miles was born into the Brotherhood. At the age of 16, he ran away, and of course the assassins were looking for him, but he escaped from his home 3 years after the Great Purge. The Brotherhood was already sent into disarray. They had less manpower and resources to spend than they used to, and never fully recovered from this. And after the Purge, the Templars were still actively looking for the assassins to hunt them down. The Templars kept hunting the assassins over the years.
Looks like the cavalry won't be coming.
Dunno, Doc. We're freaking out a minute ago. Your little research facility not as secure as you thought it was? Worried they'll be back with more?
I don't think so, Desmond.
What Lucy here is trying to say is that there aren't any assassins left to come for you. We've been very busy this past year, hunting down your little enclaves, your desert communes and whatnot. I'm afraid you're on your own.
He got kidnapped by Abstergo, and according to his father, if he had a few more days, he would have found him before Abstergo did. So, how would the first civilization exactly create the Purge? Well, looking to time, of course. Remember the Assassin's Creed The Fall comic books? Where we follow Daniel Cross and his ancestor Nikolai Orlov. In this story, Nikolai went to a Templar facility with fellow assassins to steal the Staff of Eden from the Templars. The facility with the Staff of Eden was blown up. Now, here's where it gets a little bit crazy. It was a huge explosion where everyone died, except Nikolai, who is the ancestor of Daniel Cross, who will infiltrate the modern day Brotherhood to wipe it out. In this explosion that involved a piece of Eden, I remind you, Minerva and Juno appeared for a second, and then they disappeared. So what if the first civilization messed a little bit with time to make Nikolai survive the explosion? Exactly after this moment when Nikolai experienced it, Daniel believed that he had found his calling. He joined the Brotherhood, betrayed them, returned to Abstergo and helped them to wipe out the Brotherhood. So what I'm trying to tell you here, what if Minerva and the first civilization purposely planned unknowingly to everyone beside them to put Daniel Cross on a path too, like they did with Desmond, like they did with Ezio and so many other people? What if Minerva and the first civilization knew that Daniel Cross was going to relive the memories of his ancestor or something like that, you know? So long it put Daniel on the path to join the Brotherhood and betray them. What if the first civilization made sure that Daniel Cross was experimented on by Warren Vidic at a very young age? What if the first civilization was behind the reason why Daniel Cross' head was messed with by Warren Vidic? Ezio and Desmond met Minerva after Ezio opened the vault. He opened the vault by using the apple and the staff. In the comic, Nikolai was in contact with the Staff of Eden, but those situations were completely different and there was no apple of Eden involved. Nor did he even touch it. So now my theory will get a little bit darker. During the Great Purge, Abstergo killed children. So if they planned everything and they planned the Great Purge, did they knew about the children? What if I told you that Minerva appeared again in the modern day in 2016 to help people under the age of 18 to save the world, and all of them almost died during the progress? That actually happened. This might sound far-stretched and a little bit insane, but if you think about it, the first civilization always had some part to play in the story.
A last favor, Niccolo. Take these with you and guard them well. Hide them if you must.
Artifacts?
Of a kind. They are keys, each one imbued with a message.
A message for whom?
I wish I knew.
I do not know where you are, or by what means you can hear me.
I know you are listening.
They sent Desmond on a certain path, they talked towards Ezio, they gave Charlotte clues, and they carefully planned everything. And so that is why I wanted to share it. I just thought it was some fun, interesting idea. So share me your thoughts on it in the comment section down below. And I hope you have a fun day or night wherever you are.